Hi there, this is Butch Gamboa for Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features electronic magazine. And here are some of this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall take a look at the current issue on motor taxis. Our road safety tip on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on who has the right-of-way when there is no stop line on the main road. This week's Payong Chaper shall be on following loading and unloading traffic rules. On the public service segment, we'll have the problem of a broken traffic barrier in the middle of the main road in Mandaluyong. Showcase this week shall have on the spotlight the Nissan X-Trail 4x4. While for race weekend, we'll have the recent interview with Al Camba of Inside Racing regarding the status of motorcycle racing in the country. All this plus the latest news on the country's transportation and traffic management on this week's Motoring Today.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Thinking of buying a new car? If it's a Chevrolet that you have in mind, check out any of the following models during the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival at the SM Mall of Asia this November 15 to 18. Trailblazer, Colorado, Sail, Trax, Malibu, Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Welcome back. Motoring Today now starts with the latest news in transportation and traffic management. With the recent court ruling allowing motorcycle hailing services like Angkas to resume operations, the DOTR and the LTFRB are coordinating with the Office of the Solicitor General to appeal against it.
The DOTR and the LTFRB would contest the ruling based on the law which stated that motorcycles for hire, like Angkas, could not be considered transport network vehicle services due to safety issues. The agency said that they would ask the Court of Appeals to reverse the writ of preliminary injunction issued by Judge Carlos Valenzuela of the Mandaluyong Regional Trial Court, Branch 213. This is based on Republic Act No. 4136, which considered two-wheeled vehicles unsafe. According to 2017 government data on road safety, motorcycle crashes were the deadliest among other vehicle types, with 24,000 cases that left 240 people dead and over 12,000 injured. But motorcycle advocates maintained that these fatal accidents could be avoided by legitimizing for-hire bikes and professionalizing the industry.
The LTFRB considered that if there was a clear public need to consider motorcycles as TNVS, then they should amend the law via Congress. But for now, the government is focusing on modernizing mass transit, starting with jeepneys, UV express taxis, and passenger buses to ease mobility and ensure road safety. Continuing, it can be recalled that the regulatory board has been trying to get TNVS providers to apply for a Certificate of Public Conveyance, or the CPC, since earlier this year. However, the number of applications remains low. This led the LTFRB to launch yet another crackdown against colorums this month.
The LTFRB has announced that it'll once again launch a crackdown against so-called colorum or unauthorized ride-sharing. The LTFRB accepted applications until August 31 from TNVS operators included in the 55,000 master list submitted by two operators early this year. The agency said that they have gone after those without permits starting this September. The regulatory board expressed its disappointment that despite the threat of being caught operating a ride-sharing vehicle without the necessary permit, the number of applications for LTFRB permits remains quite low. If caught, colorum vehicles could be impounded and the owners would be subjected to fines.
This announcement by the LTFRB has once again sparked conversations and issues from the side of TNVS operators and drivers. Nonetheless, the regulatory board is determined to solve the ongoing issue with colorum vehicles. Meanwhile, the MMDA is pushing for a 400% increase in illegal parking fines to address the worsening traffic conditions as the government repairs 6 bridges in the metropolis.
The MMDA reported that they have met with Metro Manila Council Chairman Herbert Bautista, representatives of the Highway Patrol Group, and the traffic management heads of local government units in Metro Manila. The agency said it has been agreed on to increase by 400% the fine for attended illegally parked vehicles from 200 pesos to 1,000 pesos. It added that they have also agreed to raise the fine by 300% for unattended, illegally parked cars from the current 500 pesos to 2,000 pesos. The MMDA clarified that the proposal to increase the fine is not yet final, but after the Metro Manila mayors have submitted their position papers on the proposed increase in fines, the MMDA will call for another MMC meeting. If things go well, the MMDA said the proposed increase in fines will be imposed before the year ends.
As announced before, the MMDA said traffic in Metro Manila is expected to worsen due to the repair of the 2 bridges. The agency added that the traffic will affect major thoroughfares including EDSA, and the agency is working on clearing alternative routes of obstructions, including illegally parked vehicles. And finally, it's not only in Metro Manila that the traffic is being felt by motorists and the commuting public, as the traffic situation in Bulacan is starting to worsen as well. To address heavy traffic in Bulacan roads, the NLEX Corporation will build new access ramps along NLEX.
The NLEX Corporation is seeing to manage the traffic along the HUAWEI interchange by planning a southbound entry ramp in Barangay Taal here and northbound entry and exit ramps in Barangay Tambobong. According to NLEX Corp, the interchange will serve as an alternative route for motorists bound for Pandi and nearby towns. Moreover, a new bypass road will be built from Governor F. Halili Avenue in Barangay Turo to the southbound portion near the HUAWEI Toll Plaza, so motorists can drive to Metro Manila without passing through the HUAWEI interchange. The ramps of the HUAWEI interchange will be expanded to accommodate the additional lanes of a bridge being built by the DPWH. Meanwhile, the northbound and southbound access roads at the Balagtas interchange will also be expanded, so motorists driving from the town toward the north will no longer use local roads to access the Santa Rita interchange.
These efforts are in line with the government's commitment to improve the traffic situation in the metro. Now that the neighboring cities are being developed and improved as well, soon the results will be visible. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. They are now perhaps among the more popular forms of transport in Metro Manila. They can be seen congregating at many of the central business districts and where call centers abound, picking up or letting down commuters looking to beat the daily traffic gridlock in the metro. We are talking about the habal-habal, or what they now want to be called, the motorcycle taxi. They may be prevalent and popular, yet to many, they are also illegal. Should this situation continue? Motoring Forum looks into this topic.
Motorcycles are now the favorite medium of mobility for the masses. They are the most affordable mode of personal transport for the Filipino and his family. And lately, because traffic congestion has gone from bad to worse to nightmarish, especially in major urban areas like Metro Manila, motorcycles are now the fastest and most convenient way to get from home to work or from any point from A to B in the crowded metropolis. Inevitably, the more entrepreneurial among Pinoy saw opportunity for profit, even a livelihood, from offering a relatively quick, reliable, and cheap mode of transport to commuters. Taxis, jeepneys, FX shuttles, and buses can get easily caught in gridlock, but motorcycles for hire could weave in and out of the most congested of streets in the city. The growing popularity of what many call the habal-habal is directly proportional to the growth in popularity of motorcycles as family transport for the masses, something that has been noted by Transport Watch, a non-government organization advocating for what it calls inclusive mobility, or providing all Filipinos access to good, efficient, and safe transportation.
There's a lot of motorcycles here in the Philippines. In fact, there's about 14 million motorcycles and 800,000 new motorcycles that come in every single year. Based on a survey that Transport Watch conducted through SWS last March, we found out that 1 out of 3 Filipino families own a motorcycle. 50% of them use it for livelihood. And a good number of those people that use it for livelihood, on the side, use it as pamasada. No?
While popular, the motorcycle for hire, the habal-habal, is essentially an illegal mode of public transport. Government has yet to regulate their use, and all issuances of transport authorities and local government units merely call for prohibiting their use, essentially banning their operations. Makati has issued memoranda banning the habal-habal in its jurisdiction. At the fort in Taguig, signs abound warning habal-habal providers against operating in its wide streets. But that hasn't stopped individual habal-habal service providers from plying their trade, right under the noses of authorities. Go to central business districts in the metropolis and real estate developments where call centers abound, and you see long lines of helmeted motorcycle riders with ready spare helmets for would-be passengers, especially at the end and start of new work shifts. Transport innovators like Grab Bike and Angkas are working to transform the habal-habal into a legitimate mode of transport service, calling it a motorcycle taxi service, and moving away from the image of unsafe habal-habal operators, especially in rural and remote areas, who strap on wood planks on the back of motorcycles and carry from 4 to 6 passengers at a single time. Grab Bike and Angkas operate like a transport network service company, but with two-wheeled vehicles, and have been picky on signing up would-be motorcycle taxi service providers, making sure of their skills as well as aptitude for providing safe transport to commuters, and unlike the rural habal-habals, follow the one-rider, one-passenger policy mandated by law. Both have applied for authority or permit to operate as motorcycle taxi service providers with the Department of Transportation or the DOTR, and getting inspiration at how Grab and Uber managed to come under government regulation through a new category of transport service now known as the TNVS. The two have gotten the support of Transport Watch, the motorcycle rights organization, and the Riders of the Philippines.
The TNVS is not under LTO or PNP, it's under DOTR. So the application is with them actually. DOTR has the capacity to set in motion an order, much like what they did with Grab and Uber. Like we said, the Grab Bike and Angkas, ang sinusunod nila yung national law. One rider, one passenger. So that's where we draw the line. We separate it from habal-habal. Kasi ang habal-habal walang limitation eh.
Both Transport Watch and the Motorcycle Rights Organization believe that a well-regulated motorcycle taxi service would be a boon to commuters, providing safe and reliable mode of transport not too much affected by traffic congestion.
So motorcycle taxis is essentially a professionalized and safer form of habal-habal, right? So basically, with motorcycle taxis, we want to make sure that everyone has insurance. We want to make sure that there's accountability. Meron kang hahabulin pag na-aksidente. And not everyone is able to ride a motorcycle. And in fact, even more people are not able to put a passenger in the back. So we really need to make sure that every single person that will use the motorcycle for hire to transport people has the necessary skill set and has gone through all the proper safety training.
Supporters of government regulation of motorcycle taxis include those in Congress, believe this can be fast-tracked by a mere amendment of DOTR circulars that put into place the TNVS, which among others allowed four-wheeled units registered as private vehicles to provide public transport to commuters.
So ang ina-apply nila is masama sila dun sa TNVS. Yung motorcycle na kahit privately owned, basta applied through TNVS siya, dun siya papasok. So to us, it's just making it legal through changing one sentence in all of the laws. Yan yung hina-highlight ni Attorney Inton, former LTFRB board member. So if we can do it with Grab and Uber, we can also do it with the motorcycle, provided that the government set a regulation, a standard, and a stringent measure wherein naproprotektahan natin yung passenger.
In hearings held last June, Congressman directed the DOTR to fast-track efforts to legitimize motorcycle taxi service operations, even giving them 30 days to do it. However, the 30 days passed without anything coming out of the DOTR, so the Transport Watch has decided to start a campaign to get people to sign a petition to get things moving again.
That petition basically is asking Congressman Costello to do another committee hearing and ask the OTR on what happened already to the situation.
Transport Watch and motorcycle groups understand that those opposed to the operation of motorcycle taxis cite safety as their main argument against it, but this, they said, could be easily answered.
Well, their main position is safety. But our counter position to that, we believe first that's a very flawed argument. There's a lot more motorcycles that are coming in. People are using motorcycles for hire regardless, and we need to make sure that it's regulated. If you drive it underground, all the more it's going to be unsafe for the riding community. This is an issue in enforcement. We can't enforce all of these, habals in the streets. So it's making it very unsafe for the commuting public. So what we need to do is make sure that we're able to regulate them. We're able to make sure that these people, have accountability, and also they're trained to carry passengers.
Yes, it's always a question of safety. But who is safer, an untrained rider or a professional rider? So, in their operation, ang pinakita nila sa amin na number, which nakita naman ho namin, and based on reports, out of the million na na-serve nila dun sa months na nag-operate sila, their accident ratio is by 0.00004%, and minor accident lang from one incident.
Proponents maintain that the benefits of government regulation of motorcycle taxi operations should outweigh arguments against it.
We hope na the government can regulate motorcycle taxis. We all agree that this is an efficient and alternative means for transportation. This will help solve the congestion in the streets, or one of the solutions, not all, but a part of it. But and we need this. This is giving jobs to millions of Filipinos. Everyone can train to become a motorcycle driver, and they become their own boss, and this is a means of entrepreneurship. So it will not only decongest, it will not only improve the quality of life of commuters, decongest traffic, but it'll also be a source of new livelihood for our Filipino people.
There seems to be compelling reasons for transportation authorities to legalize this mode of transport that is now helping a lot of commuters get to work on time. There is perhaps a need for transport authorities to recognize that the motorcycle taxi is already a good-sized component of the transportation network in Metro Manila, and that the best way to ensure the safety of commuters, as well as the riders offering the service and the public in general, is to legalize their operations and enforce the strict standards for safety and service.
When thinking of your favorite car brands and models, which brands and models immediately come to mind? Could it be a fuel-efficient sedan for that everyday drive? A sleek and agile sports car? A rugged and versatile SUV? That roomy and comfortable MPV or van? Or that versatile go-anywhere pickup? Be a part of the 2018-2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Vote for the brands and models that will become the 2018-2019 Autofocus Automobiles of the Year in the Standard and Premium Luxury classes. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph to vote every day until September 30, 2018, and get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Wi-Fi 3C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 Lite. Grand prize, Samsung J8. Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
The country's latest automobile models can all be available for test drive in the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival this November 15 to 18. And if you're eyeing a Honda for your first or next car, you can test drive any of the following: City, BRV, CRV Diesel, HRV, Civic RS, Mobilio RS, Jazz RS. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be part of the 2018 to 2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2018. Then, vote for as many as 5 different car models that you believe should become the 2018 to 2019 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2018. And get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Y53C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 Lite. Grand prize, Samsung J8. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who'll win? You choose. You decide. Vote now.
Welcome back. Continuing with Motoring Today, here once again is this week's series of valuable motoring tips. We start off with road safety reminders on the Young Street Smarts portion, courtesy of Toyota.
Hello everyone and welcome to Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts Club. This is brought to you through the courtesy of Toyota Motor Philippines and the Toyota Foundation. My name is Susie of Magic 89.9. Muling magbibigay sa inyo ng simpleng tips on how to use our roads properly and safely. If you're on the main road at kung nasa stopline ka na, bigyang daan ang mga sasakyang galing sa lane na walang stopline. As seen on the animation, the blue car has the right of way. Keep this in mind to avoid meeting accidents on the road. Until the next time here on Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts portion, where you can learn to be safe while on the road as a pedestrian, commuter, biker, or driver. This is Susie of Magic 89.9 reminding you to always be a safe and responsible road user.
Proper driver's demeanor, especially among drivers of public utility vehicles, is one of the major concerns we are addressing on our segment, Payong Tsuper, courtesy of Mitsubishi.
Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Joey, isang kapwa nyo tsuper. Loading and unloading ng mga pasero sa tamang lugar lamang gawin.
May tamang lugar para magbaba at magsakay ng pasahero. Kaya doon ihinto ang iyong sasakyan. Iwasan makaabala sa ibang motorista, kaya itabi mo ang sasakyan mo. Huwag sa gitna ng daan pumarada. Huwag ka nang dumagdag sa problema natin sa kalsada. Matuto kang sumunod sa batas trapiko.
Kung ayaw mo maabala, huwag ka rin mangabala. Makisama ka kaya huwag gumarang sa kalsada. Ito si Joey Hamot, payong tsuper lang kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo tsuper.
It's back! Participate in the only public poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Vote for your favorite car makes and models in the 2018-2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph to vote every day until September 30, 2018, and get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Wi-Fi 3C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 Lite. Grand prize, Samsung J8. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Which models do you think will become this year's Automobile of the Year in the standard and premium luxury class? You choose, you decide.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
Your weekly window to the world of business and guide to the good life can now be watched online. Just click on businessandleisure.ph and watch this week's show and other past episodes of Business and Leisure at your most convenient time of the day. Business and Leisure is now on the web. Watch it anytime.
Have you been wanting to test drive an Isuzu? Here's your chance. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Isuzu will have the MU-X and the D-Max waiting for all those who want to have a feel of how wonderfully it drives. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Be part of the 2018-2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2018. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2018-2019 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2018 and get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Wi-Fi 3C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 Lite. Grand prize, Samsung J8. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Motoring Today continues as we now give you the latest news and developments in the world of motorsports.
The typhoon season has wreaked havoc on the schedule and holding of motorsports events this year. The latest victim of rains and floods that come at the most inopportune of times, flooding out racing circuits and dirt courses or making them inaccessible to participants and spectators, is Round 7 of the 2018 Flat Out Race Series. Even before Super Typhoon Ampong, the fourth season has been marred by postponement or stoppage of races. Still, this is not expected to dampen enthusiasm for one of the most accessible and affordable grassroots event for circuit racing, which has seen more participants and spectators at every round this year. Sports organizers have announced Round 7 will be held on September 29 at the same venue, the Batangas Racing Circuit. Organizers and participants are hoping that the weather will cooperate and no storms will force another postponement or stoppage of races. Also hoping for fair weather on the last race weekend of September are organizers of the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series. Round 6 of this year's Autocross Series is slated for September 30 at SM Santa Rosa in Laguna. Entering in the last few rounds of the year, the Autocross Championship has come down to a duel between Milo Rivera and Carlos Anton with only 6 points separating the two, 44 to 38. Rivera was fastest in 3 of the 5 rounds held so far to Anton's 2. The 6th round should see the two in the forefront for the battle for the fastest overall.
More motorsports and motoring today as we now usher in Race Weekend.
Race Weekend is brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
As you may know, earlier this year, Motoring Today has made a covenant to once again support local motorsports, like during the time when the show started over 3 decades ago. Regular followers of Motoring Today know for a fact that Race Weekend has been featuring motorsports disciplines like slalom, rallycross, autocross, and the like. Having said that, many of you might have noticed also that we haven't featured motorcycle races. This week on Race Weekend, we somehow start our involvement on motorcycle racing by having as guest one of the known organizers of motorcycle road races in the Philippines to give us more insights into this fast-growing motorsport discipline, Mr. Al Camba. Here's the interview I had with him. Okay, I have with me here a man whose name is synonymous to motorcycles in the local auto industry. His name is Al Camba. He's from Inside Racing, and we'd like to welcome him to Race Weekend.
Hi, Butch, and thank you for having me here.
Okay, we're here to talk about motorcycles.
Yes.
At the start of the year, I made it a covenant to go back to supporting local motorsports until I noticed after several months that we don't have any motorcycle races on Race Weekend. So we're inviting here a man who practically runs motorcycle racing in the Philippines and find out exactly the status of motorcycle racing. What is Inside Racing? Is that an event? Is that a company?
Okay. Inside Racing was it's a name of our publication. It's a magazine. In 2004, there was no magazine that truly covers small motorcycles. And I observed that it was growing. Our market will be similar to Indonesia and Malaysia in 5-6 years' time. Inside Racing, like you know, we wanted to get the enthusiasts, the racing people. So we wanted to cover them, and because they are the ones who are very active in this lifestyle. So initially, we were covering races. The content is around 80%, but as the years went by, we're now on our 15th year. Or maybe like 30-40% racing. Sometimes it goes up, there's a big event. But it's a magazine first. And then after a few years, we started organizing in 2007. So we have our Inside Racing Grand Prix. Then we also started organizing our bike show. We have the Inside Racing Bike Festival and Trade Show. Then in between, we have a lot of smaller events. No? The race has now grown into it's not the biggest underbone and scooter racing in the Philippines, and it's now considered as our GP for small bike, attended by international riders as well. And then the Bike Fest it's on our 12th year. We do it every March. It's now the biggest motorcycle-only show in Asia. So we're very happy with that. But what we mean is there's no cars, there's no bikes, there's no gadgets. It's just motorcycles. No bicycles also.
Okay, I had to ask what Inside Racing is all about, although I actually have some background of it, and that's for the benefit of our viewers. But what I heard really is that Inside Racing actually conducts 90% of motor racing in the Philippines?
We have, I'm a member of USRA, Unified Sports and Racing Association, which we formed 2011. So it's an organization of riders, teams, racetrack owners, organizers, basically the stakeholders. So after almost more than 7 years, we now organize 90% of the road racing. Road racing. We don't have a strong off-road component yet. And then, but we have the nationals of superbikes together with SBRA, the Superbike Racing Association. And we're under FETAP, which is the Federation of Two Wheels Enthusiasts of the Philippines. That is headed by Johnny Tan. And then, so between the two of us, maybe we sanction, no? Because we are a sanctioning body. We sanction 90% of the road races. But in terms of organizing, we don't hold a monopoly. Inside racing, maybe we organize maybe 40 to 50%. And we have, in the nationals, we have the BRC organizes the Philippine Superbike, Philippine Underbone King, and Philippine Scooter Association. And then we run with them our Moto IR championships and IR Super Sports together with other club races. Ducati has their own Ducati Cup. Pirelli has their own Pirelli Cup. And then there are other club races pa. And these are the what we call our nationals, held in Clark and Batangas. Then we have our own series, Super Series, which we go around the Philippines because not all parts of the country has a racetrack. So we managed to do for small bikes, temporary street circuits on the parking lots, and if there's a big enough street, so we organize races together with my partner, TRL, Jong Oy. We organize races in Bulacan, Carmona, Cebu, Bacolod, Davao, CDO. So we try to bring them out. Then we fly the riders so that the fans outside Manila can see them. Then we also organize, like just last Sunday, together with the group that you featured, Racing Antipoleños. For the grassroots, we organize IR Club Wars, which is like a Motocana. And then this year, we're gonna launch one more grassroots activity, which is the Figure 8 Grand Prix. Because we want to have, for every budget of enthusiasts, they have something to compete with an event. Yeah.
Al, you mentioned something that intrigued me earlier. You'll have to guide me through this because
Sure.
the last time I was really involved in moto races was when we were starting with Motoring Today, and that was 30 years ago when I was only 15 years old.
Yeah.
Anyway, you mentioned sanction.
Yeah.
I know sanction is something that's being done by a mother organization which says that, okay, this race is okay, you can run this one is not. And then if a member of an organization races in another or an illegal or unsanctioned race, he would have to suffer some consequence. Now, again, going back to what I knew before, when motorcycle racing was synonymous to makikarapiat, and he had this MAMSA or something? NAMSA.
Yes.
What's the relation now?
Okay. NAMSA is our FIM accredited NSA, no?
Okay.
So they so if it's an international event and you want international riders riding under the FIM, it has to be sanctioned by NAMSA. Now, our organization is we do not claim international sanctioning. We sanction local races. And sanction meaning because Congress said in 2011 that motorcycle is a sport no different from swimming, cycling, boxing, and at that time even dragon boat. If there's a race that is not sanctioned by USRA, it's not recognized by us also. But USRA, we also, like I said, we do not claim international sanctioning. In fact, if there's a rider who wants to go international, we always say, if you want to go there, you have to go under NAMSA because you need the license. So, and the goal of USRA is to develop grassroots. No? So that's our goal. We need to develop the grassroots, make them go up. And then, once they're there, we want to provide a series. There's a place where they can still race and, at a high level. So that's what we want to do. So sanctioning in terms of FIM is NAMSA. Our sanctioning is just local. We're not claiming any internet. So we both sanction, but right now we're not really, we don't have animosity towards each other. Now, like, you do your own stuff, we do our own stuff. I mean, it's totally different.
Okay, great. Great to hear that. Now, the growth of motorcycles right now in the Philippines is by leaps and bounds, as you know that.
Yes.
And having said that, which I failed to say to you earlier, aside from supporting local motorsports on race weekend, where we are now, on four wheels, we are also looking forward to supporting and giving additional exposure to motorcycles, which probably you don't need anymore.
All the help is good help.
I'm glad to hear that, because also we are coming up with a website which also deal with motorcycles and motorcycle racing. We feel that there's so much to do in motorcycles that new players will always be welcome, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay. Now, as far as your organization is concerned, I'm sure, having said that motorcycle racing is growing, there are those who would want to join the newbies, young ones. Can you guide these people as to how they can join any of your races?
Yeah, like I said, we have different programs. For those who want to go on road, for the off road, currently we don't have we don't sanction off road now, so we're just focusing on the on road. So for on road, we have many levels. If you want to go like the event that we started last week, like Moto Gymkhana, IR Club Wars, you could go to our event and join just to feel the competition, the pressure. There's a timing system, many people watching. Then if you have enough skills, you can try and approach one of our teams or one of our officers, get to know them, get to feel of what racing really is. Because the problem before is that I want to go racing, then boom, they dive immediately. Get to know first what's required really to go racing, because it's time. It's not just passion. You need to have time, money, but most importantly is the time. And then you can, because here there are now schools where you can learn how to ride, so we can guide them to you. Or if it's not, even if you go to the teams, they will teach you. The riders, they will teach you, informally. Then once you go there, next is that you must invest in safety equipment, proper helmet, proper suit before you try to be. Because the one thing that is a mistake by riders now is, I want to race, here's my budget, 100. 80 I will put in the bike. 80% of my budget I will put into the machine, modify the engine, everything. And then, but if safety, I'm just a beginner, pwede na to. Half face, pwede na to. T-shirt. And then they ride, they crash, they get injured, they stop. The thing that they should know is that first, put safety first. Safety first. So buy the proper protection first. Whatever bike you have, that's good enough for you, because you're just starting. You can never reach its full potential if you're a beginner. So, but your protection must be already at a high level. So that's my And then you join our races. There's a lot. You can go to our website. You can check the schedules. It's insideracing.com.ph.
Okay. Now, you mentioned safety. You know that motoring today's lifelong commitment is to promote road safety. I have to ask you this, not unless you're doing this. Do you have any specific program, aside from teaching people how to race motorcycles, specific program that centers on road safety of motorcycle riders and road users?
Okay. This road safety has been, in the industry said for the past 10 years. Even when I was starting, because we know the growth of the industry depends on the safety of the motorcycle rider. It's not only me. All the major manufacturers has a learn to ride clinic almost every week. In fact, it's already in an advanced state that the manufacturer has started to going to universities, teaching students. They're doing that, and that's why the growth has been tremendous, because we are able to communicate that motorcycle is not dangerous if you are trained properly. If you know how to ride and operate the machine properly, it's safe. So thank you for asking, because still we feel it's not enough. My magazine, no, you have this safety campaign, no? Safety first, and that's why we are going out of Manila, organizing races outside the racetrack, because we have this race on the track, not on the street campaign that we do. Not really racetrack permanent, but racetrack as in a parking lot. If you close it off, put safety barriers, put marshals,
street circuit.
Yeah, it's still a racetrack, you know, because you have safety, you have marshals, so it's still safe.
You mentioned also multitudes of events that you're organizing races. Maybe let's zero in on your major races that are coming up, and you can probably give the schedule to our viewers, what they can see, what events, where.
So it's the last part of the year, so we're on the championship side, so good. So on every start of the month, first week of the month, we have our nationals, which is usually in Clark or Batangas. So the last one is on October 7 in Clark. Is the nationals of the Philippine Superbikes, Philippine Underbone King, Philippine Scooter Championship, Pirelli Cup, Ducati Cup, Moto IR Championships, and IR Super Sports. But before that, we have our penultimate round of our Super Series. We have the Antipolo GP, September 30 in Antipolo Robinsons. Then after that, we have a finals on October 27, 28 in Mega Tent, Manila GP, the finals of the Super Series. We have a first Performance and Racing Expo. It's a show for racing enthusiasts, for cars and bikes. And then we have racing for the motorcycle, and we have something for cars also, very simple lang. Then after that, our biggest race, which we call IRGP, it's amazing. I'm not kidding. They line up 2 a.m.
2 a.m. in the morning?
Yes. They line up at the gate.
My God.
Yes. That's how...
That's a lot of racers.
Yeah. Those are spectators.
Oh, spectators?
Yes. Racers, we have like 100. Spectators.
And for this year, where will you hold?
It's always in Carmona.
Always in Carmona?
Yes. So, Carmona Racetrack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's for Underbone Square. So, that will be on November 22 to 25. So, we have 3 days like a GP. So, I'd like to invite you if you
Thank
want
you
to
very
go.
much. Okay, thank you very much for your
Thank you
time.
very much.
And before I let you go, maybe you'd like to give a message to our viewers, especially those who are riders or about to ride, about the importance of safety. Please, the camera is yours.
Yes. Thank you for having me here, boss. But again, to my fellow riders, always practice road courtesy and safety. And then for those who want who are interested to learn how to ride the motorcycle, please do not hesitate. It's a safe way of going around as long as you learn how to ride it properly. So do get involved in riding schools or even riding clinics. Get yourself educated, get the proper safety gears, and get a good reliable bike. And believe me, once you ride a two-wheel, you will never leave the lifestyle. So it's a very, very fun and fulfilling way to travel.
Okay, before you go, another thing. Tell us about your magazine, Inside Racing.
Okay.
How often does it come out?
Inside Racing is monthly, and you can get a copy in all National Bookstore, book sale, field bars. And then if you want to subscribe, do check out our website, insideracing.com.ph, and our Facebook page, Inside Racing Magazine Official, and YouTube channel, IRTV.
Thank you very much, Al.
Thank you
It's
very
been
much.
a very fruitful and
My pleasure.
enlightening session.
Yes.
And I'll be seeing you in your races.
Yes, hopefully more.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, boss.
Mr. Al Camba of Inside Racing with the state of motorcycle road racing in the Philippines. Our guest this week on Race Weekend.
This week's feature on Race Weekend has been brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
Gotta go, guys. Nagpapatingin si Besh.
Bash, miss you! Can't wait to see your new car.
Besh, parang may sumusunod sa akin.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
When thinking of your favorite car brands and models, which brands and models immediately come to mind? Could it be a fuel-efficient sedan for that everyday drive? A sleek and agile sports car? A rugged and versatile SUV? That roomy and comfortable MPV or van? Or that versatile go-anywhere pickup? Be a part of the 2018 to 2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Vote for the brands and models that will become the 2018 to 2019 Autofocus Automobiles of the Year in the Standard and Premium Luxury class. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph to vote every day until September 30, 2018. And get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Y53C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 LITE. Grand prize, Samsung J8. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who'll win? You choose. You decide.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
All of Suzuki's newly launched models shall be available for the public to test drive. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Suzuki shall have the following remarkable, newly launched brand new models for you. Vitara, Swift, Desire, Ciaz, Ertiga. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be part of the 2018 to 2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards. The only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2018. Then, vote for as many as 5 different car models that you believe should become the 2018 to 2019 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2018. And get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Y53C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 LITE. Grand prize, Samsung J8. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who'll win? You choose. You decide. Vote now.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
As a way of showing its appreciation to the millions of tireless overseas Filipino workers, Isuzu Philippines Corporation has launched its Isuzu Kababayan promo that would give cash discounts to OFWs who will purchase an Isuzu MU-X or an Isuzu D-Max between the period of September 1, 2018 to December 31, 2018. Upon purchase of the brand new Isuzu MU-X or D-Max, the buyer will then be asked to fill out a form to officially make him or her an Isuzu Kababayan member. The purchased vehicle's ownership can be named after the buyer or a member of his or her immediate family. The Isuzu Kababayan promo will be honored at all Isuzu dealers nationwide. All qualified OFW applicants will be given a 20,000 peso cash discount, and if the applicant is already an existing Isuzu owner, an additional 10,000 peso cash discount will be given. These discounts will be given on top of other existing promos. The Jaguar I-Pace proves its real-world usability by driving 369 kilometers from London to Brussels on a single charge. The all-electric performance SUV began its intercity trip on London's South Bank with its 90 kilowatt-hour battery fully charged, before heading to the Channel Tunnel terminal at Folkestone. But unlike the 80 million vehicles that have made the crossing by train since the Channel Tunnel opened, the I-Pace traveled the 50-kilometer through the world's longest undersea tunnel using its own power. The I-Pace's state-of-the-art 90 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery offers sports car performance of 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds alongside the practicality of a 292-mile range and 0 to 80% charging time of 40 minutes. Home charging with an AC wall box at 7 kilowatts will achieve the same state of charge in just over 10 hours, ideal for overnight charging. Since it was first launched in 2008, the Autofocus Media's Choice Awards has increasingly grown in stature and credibility within the motoring industry. More so, it has become a popular reference for car owners and prospective buyers seeking learned and knowledgeable sources for the automobile-related choices they make. Now, on its 11th edition, the Autofocus Media's Choice Awards is very well underway. Instead of the traditional on-site voting, voters now have the chance to vote online at the comfort of their own device, may it be a cell phone or a computer, at their own convenience. Motoring journalists from different media outlets, both in print, TV, and online, will cast their vote for the 2018 Autofocus Media's Choice Awards as part of the annual Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Motoring journalists chose from the wide array of vehicle models under standard and luxury categories for best design, best engine performance, best safety features, and best value for money.
We have more about the local auto industry as we now give you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Almost every car company and manufacturer bring out something new every now and then. For Nissan Philippines, the first car that they put on the spotlight this 2018 is the Nissan X-Trail. In this week's showcase, we're finding out the reason why it was the brand's New Year's surprise for its customers and supporters. Watch this. That was the Nissan X-Trail 4x4, this week's featured model on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
It's back. Participate in the only public poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Vote for your favorite car makes and models in the 2018 to 2019 Auto Focus People's Choice Awards. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph to vote every day until September 30, 2018, and get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Y53C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 Lite. Grand prize, Samsung J8. The Auto Focus People's Choice Awards. Which models do you think will become this year's Automobile of the Year in the Standard and Premium Luxury class? You choose. You decide.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Expander.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.
Have you seen the latest models launched by Toyota? Here's your chance not only to see them up close, but even to test drive them, together with all the other brand new car models available in the country today. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Toyota shall have the following: Vios, Rush, Fortuner, Innova, Wigo. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. Be part of the 2018-2019 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2018. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2018-2019 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2018 and get a chance to win prizes in the daily raffle. And the following major prizes in the grand raffle to be held right after the voting deadline. Third prize, Vivo Y53C. Second prize, HUAWEI Nova 2 Lite. grand prize, Samsung J8. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Welcome back. On the final stretch of motoring today, we have our public service segment, courtesy of Honda Cars Philippines.
This week on Public Service, we will be highlighting a broken traffic barrier along a main road in Mandaluyong. According to our crew who passed by the area, commuters and pedestrians alike are taking it as an advantage to cross the other street, which is very dangerous since a lot of motorists are plying the road, and besides, there are no visible areas for crossing the street like that of pedestrian lanes. Aside from that, we noticed once again that the no loading and unloading traffic rule is not being followed by public utility vehicle drivers. It looks like it has become a normal scene in the area, and we believe that we should do something about it and become true to our lifelong commitment to promote road safety. We'll be coming back to the local government of Mandaluyong to ask them about the said problems.
Motoring today's public service segment, courtesy of Honda Cars Philippines. We'd like to urge the public to help us solve motoring problems in our midst by referring them to us so we can, in turn, bring them to the attention of involved authorities. Please refer to the screen regarding our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Until next week here in Motoring Today, now in its 32nd year of continuing service to the general motoring public, with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. I'm Butch Gamboa. Happy motoring.